Hello, so I'll put a quick update up on the car. We've actually got quite far with it. I've had the help of a lovely gentleman, a friend called Phil, and what he's been doing is wrapping and tidying all of the wiring. He is actually an auto electrician, so all of the wiring has now been putting conduit and all nice. We've got lots of little warnings. We've got fluid sensors to light up the dash, brake pad sensors, lots and lots of the different warnings. Around here there will be like a door rubber that will go on there to seal up against the radiator, but all the cooling pipe work's done, apart from the radiator, because the air conditioning unit will sit in the gap there just behind the wash bottle. It's not, well, you can get car builder solutions, do some T7 design. There's loads and loads available on the market, but I'll get one of those. What I've also done, because it's such a distance, I've put an electric pump into the front there to aid shooting the water back. And what I'm also going to do with that is run that on a timer. So like after the car's shut down, the water will still pump for a minute or something to get rid of the residual heat. Yeah, kind of, it's a good thing for the engine. I look into lots of things. I like to put the little touches on the cars and stuff to make them as best as they could be, but the wiring is now, the gauges are hanging out. I've got to put those back in because I put blue bulbs in to match all the dash. Those wires there that are dangling down, they're actually spare. They're all 12 volts, so I'm going to gather those up. I don't think there's going to be any need for them now, but as you can see, all of the lots of red cable ties, and it's all quite neat. It's very, very neat, in fact. We're going to be putting an intermittent wiper in there, so it'll just so it's all as a car should be. I've been doing all the intercooler and tanks because everything's all around the same area, so room is very, very tight when you start putting all the things on. I knew all this when I was sort of planning the car, but yeah, I mean, all the bits and bobs that I allowed for, these are all, where I've allowed for the bars to pass by in the tanks. Everything's all working now and everything's all fitting, which is a good feeling for me, because obviously when you're planning things at a very early stage, you don't know if it's going to work or not, but it does. Been playing with the intercoolers. They're all piped up. Yeah, they're tight, like I say. I'm not sure on the air boxes where to put those, because when there's a scoop there that I've been making, so that's upside down. Just got to tidy that up and use that as a mould. I'm making the plug that will sit underneath the intercooler like the real car there, so you get plenty of air into it. But that will come down here and then marries up with this duct here that goes onto there, onto that ducting inside, so it will utilise the door knacker duct as the original car. Sort of playing with that at the minute in the evenings. As I say, all the water is piped up, everything's there. Yeah, that's an original Porsche Cayenne airbox. I'd like to utilise that because they have lovely air filters, and obviously the shape of it as well, because I've been looking into all the theories. I think it's called the Boulon theory or something. I'll try and put the name up on flash it up so you can have a look, but the theories of closing the passages down so that you get airflow, then pressurised air, It's very, very interesting for people like me and probably people watching this sort of thing. You know, I like to get my geek on and look at all that, because as most of you know, a lot of the stuff that I do is all motorcycle knowledge, and the things like that of closing down and then opening up again, we used to do on the motorbike engines, called high velocity porting, where you close the throat of the inlet track down in each for each valve, and then you'd get a lot more quicker air, and it used to give horsepower to the engine. So, you know, it's a well-proven theory that does exist. But yeah, I've been looking into that. I've been sort of planning the exhaust as well, because that's, again, with everything on this car, quite a size. There's the rear screen, very dusty, it's been in storage. I must say, Phil has done an absolutely stunning job of the electrics and tidying bits up, like the lambda sensor. All the fuel pumps all piped in now as well. Yeah, so we're actually really getting there with everything. I've had to play with my 3D printer to try and tidy things up like that. Get the name on there. So, yeah, that looks all quite nice. It's all coming along really nicely. As you know from watching the videos, everything works and everything's done. All the preparations are done. So it shouldn't be long before I'm doing a video of it starting, to be honest. I mean, I've got the roof on now. I did have the side panels on in the week, making sure that I had room for the petrol tanks. And again, everything's worked quite well. You can actually see with the interduct on this, intercooler piping on this side. Hang on, the boy's coming to have a look. He's heard me talking. Can't remember where I was now. Intercoolers, that's it. Yeah, so the way that I've done it, I know it's all sort of shaped, and the best ways for doing things is straight, but it just seems to, because I'm using an engine in the chassis, you know, that they aren't meant to go together really. I knew all this at the beginning, but it's tight, but it's more than possible. We've got clearance, small amounts of clearance, but small amounts of clearance is still clearance. So yeah, as I said, I had all the bodywork on midweek. One evening, Frank stayed with me to help me, and yeah, we kind of got quite a bit done in the fact of, you know, getting everything prepared. So I just thought I'd give people who are interested a quick update on where I am, because I know it's a long time between videos, but as you all know, I'm working in the day on other people's projects, such as that. I mean, we've got the engine going there. We've got compression in the engine now, as you can see from the roof either side. We had zero compression in that engine, and then all of a sudden, I think the rings, we soaked them in oil, the rings gave way, and it ejected like a fountain. There's oil everywhere. So yeah, it got a lot of compression, in fact. But yeah, this is coming on. I can't wait for the video of starting it. If I get the bodywork on again in the midweek, because I've got to keep trying things, putting it on, taking it off, putting it on, taking it off, to keep trying to make sure we've got room. I don't want to do anything and then find out that nothing fits. That is the laborious side of a car build. You know, it's excitement, letdown, because you're just putting things on and it looks like a car, and then you take it off again. But it's also just so satisfying seeing everything come together. So yeah, but as you know, we've got all the doors, they're all sprayed, everything's all ready to go on. So hopefully the next video, I know again it'll be a couple of weeks time or so, but the next video, a lot more will be done hopefully, and you know, we could be You never know, we could be even turning that engine over. Very exciting. Well, thank you very much for watching. I know there's not a lot of, I don't know, work going on in my videos, but if anybody has any questions at all, do ask. I've got all the answers to what I'm doing. I'm a problem solver. So if people do have problems, just get in touch and, you know, I try and help them. But I'm hoping as these body kits and chassis sell, that these videos will become a bit of a how-to, as well as, like, I'll always be on the phone, but you know, there'll be a bit of a how-to video. Well, you know, in these, because you can see what's being done and how it changes, and hopefully it'll help anybody, even if it's not one of my builds. You know, there's something might prompt somebody to have an idea that they've been struggling with. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.